Hi, everyone. I'm Uri. I'm the CEO of bloXroute Labs. And we're named bloXroute because we route blocks. And you might wonder, why the hell do you need a company to route blocks? But I want to tell you that if you're wondering that, then everything you know about blockchain scalability is probably wrong. So the network layer is the only bottleneck for blockchain scalability. It doesn't matter which protocol that you're using. It doesn't matter which consensus mechanism you're using. It doesn't matter whether you're using POW or POS or PO whatever. The only bottleneck is the long time it takes for information to reach blockchain participants. Now, why am I so certain that this is the only bottleneck? Well, honestly, because I have proof. We took Bitcoin, the simplest protocol, the first blockchain, and we said, what happens if we allow it to do very large blocks fairly frequently, but also connect it to a better network infrastructure, bloXroute? And that system handles over 1,000 transactions per second in deployment. So let that sink in for a second. I'm very proud to present this, by the way. This is the first glimpse of what we've been working on the past 2 years or so. We took over 300 nodes, deployed them all around the world, using 30 miners, and using the Bitcoin protocol as is, not optimizing storage or CPU or anything else. The only thing that we did was allow nodes and blockchain participants to connect to bloXroute, a better network infrastructure. And we allow them to do any block size they want, or whatever the result is, and to come approximately every 1 minute. As you can see here, it does over 1,000 transactions per second. So how does it work? What is it that you need for it to happen in order to allow blockchains to scale? And it doesn't matter which blockchain you're talking about. It doesn't matter where you're trying to scale Ethereum, or you're trying to scale Bitcoin, or a completely new blockchain that you're working on. bloXroute allows for information. Think of it as like a faster internet for blockchains. It's a blockchain distribution network, a BDN, something like an Akamai for blockchains. And it does 3 things, really. One is that it's extremely fast. It allows for thousands of transactions per second. It's also provably neutral. So we built it in such a way that it can't discriminate, it can't censor, it's not a single point of failure. And the coolest of it all, it's agnostic to the blockchain protocol. It works for all blockchain. It's a layer 0 solution. If you have layer 1, the blockchain, you have layer 2 working on top of the blockchain. This is layer 0, working underneath the blockchain, really providing faster internet for blockchains. So what are we up to? Where are we standing? Well, right now, we're deploying bloXroute with really large pools out there, both in Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, BTC.com has been supporting F2 pool. The raw pool team had been very supportive, really helpful. A few other pools which are not allowed to put their logos up there, but we have a lot of interest from miners because miners want this. Miners want blockchains to succeed. So that's what we're doing right now. If you go right now online and you want to look at, if you'll go to see the Bitcoin Cash testnet, we were working with the miners on that, seeing can we allow them to do a lot of transactions per second. And right now you'll see 32 megabyte blocks floating around. That's us. The next thing on the table is the Ethereum miner test, which we're going to start in something like a week and a half or 2, which is take bloXroute, deploy it with miners, deploy it with pools, and see what happens. See how they hear about blocks faster and allow to do more transactions per second. Last but not least, in Q3, we're going to launch V1, actually whoever wants to start using bloXroute. And by the way, bloXroute, open source for free, you don't have to pay for it. Our only job is to enable blockchain to scale. We're not here to compete with anybody. We're here to allow any blockchain that thinks it can actually create value and bring real value for real people in the real world. Well, we're here for you. Scalability is not your problem. Do whatever it is that you're really good at, and use us for scalability. Thank you.